Killers of the Flower Moon is directed by Martin Scorsese. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, and Robert De Niro. And in Scorsese's new movie, in 1920s Oklahoma, oil is found under the Osage tribe's land, and they are killed off one by one until the FBI steps in to solve the mystery. Now, I don't think I will be offending anyone when I say that Martin Scorsese is one of the best directors ever. He's created some of my favourite films, Goodfellas especially one of my favourite films of all time. So, of course, I just had to see this movie. And there's been a lot of talk around this film, mainly because of its 3.5 hour runtime. And it's officially the longest film I've ever seen in the cinema, which is mad. But what did I think of this film? Is it another win for Scorsese? Yeah, of course it is. When is a Scorsese film ever bad? Killers of the Flower Moon is another win for Martin Scorsese, 100%. Now, this movie is incredibly dark, but I feel it was needed. It uncovers a dark side of American history that has mostly been covered up over the years. That's the television, radio, the entire media. And the story helms themes such as greed, corruption, colonialism, and the characters really helm those themes well, especially Robert De Niro's character. William Hale, which is Robert De Niro's character, is a person to be feared. He can easily manipulate people into thinking that he is their friend. He can tell people what to do. He forces people to do horrible things. But he never shows a villainous attitude. If anything, he's more jolly, really, than anything. But there's something sinister. Even from the start, the first conversation where you don't know what he's like or anything, there's little hints to his future, his future plots and his villainous role. And it's quite scary how well they set it up in so little dialogue. And that's what makes him a very scary villain. And he was the backbone for an amazing ending, one of the best endings of the year to a film, which can be a little bit meta, but it really just helmed those themes that I mentioned earlier. And it really just solidified how greedy and horrible this man was, and how people like this still roam the world and are still controlling everything. And that's the main heart of this movie. That's what makes it a little bit scary, and what makes his character even more scarier. And the relationships in this film are very well written and believable, especially Ernest and Molly's relationship. It's a romance that's bounded by both love and betrayal, and it's so heartbreaking to see it go downhill over time because of one character's stupid decisions. And the story is told in this perspective, I can't say that word today, of Ernest and Molly's relationship as well as the other Old Sage tribe members. But this does lead to a problem where the other characters, we never see their side of the situation, what they think. The FBI agents who come in later in the movie especially are affected by this because while they are important for setting up the third act and what happens there, the whole murder mystery side of this story is just washed away almost instantly. So for a few scenes, they just don't feel necessary, to be honest. But those unnecessary scenes do not affect the pacing of this film. In fact, the pacing of this film is absolutely brilliant. As I said, it's a 3.5 hour long film. I only feel like I was there for 2.5. The film breezes past you because you're so engaged. The editing is all really well done. Just breezes past you and you don't feel like you're there for too long. And that's what I think makes this film really rewatchable. And the other technical aspects of this film work really well too. Scorsese's direction is there once again, and of course it's brilliant. The cinematography at times, absolutely beautiful. The use of colours, the dirty, dark colour palette really fits the setting of the movie. And the music I thought was brilliant. Very Western music. But whenever we're focusing on the Old Sage tribe, it takes like noises from nature to create like music. Because that's how they created their music really, so it fits. And it was really well done, the music. All the technical aspects are brilliant. And the performances. We have got some Oscar contenders here, especially Robert De Niro and Lily Gladstone. They are so good in this movie that they somehow make Leonardo DiCaprio the worst actor out of the main three. And I'm not saying DiCaprio was bad at all. He was still brilliant. However, when you compare him to Lily Gladstone and De Niro's performances, it's kind of nowhere near. That's so weird. I didn't think I would be saying that because Leonardo DiCaprio has done everything with acting. He's an amazing actor. However, the one performance that I did not really like in this film, and I take no pleasure in saying this because I love this guy, Brendan Fraser. He's only in the movie for about 3 minutes, probably not even that. And it feels like he was just trying way too hard to get noticed. He was very over the top with his character. Felt like he was trying way too hard. And I get the effort. I praise his efforts, but he could have calmed down a little bit, in my opinion. And as I said, I take no pleasure in saying that because I do love Brendan Fraser. But in conclusion, Killers of the Flower Moon is a brilliant movie that can fumble at times with its story aspects, especially with some of the characters, the FBI story especially. But that doesn't take away from the importance of this film. I'm glad this film was made. I'm glad Scorsese made it. I think it's a really good film to expose a dark time in American history. Its technical characters, brisk pacing, amazing direction, cinematography, the music, the Oscar-worthy performances just make this a film worthy seeing in the cinema that I think you really need to see as soon as you can. So Martin Scorsese with another win. I'm going to give Killers of the Flower Moon a 9 out of 10. Please see this when you can. Please make sure it makes money. Hope you enjoy it. And guys, that is it for the end of this review. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry for the weird lighting. The lighting outside is terrible. It is raining. It is drizzly. Welcome to Britain. And the lighting in here doesn't do it much justice either. But I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it's competent enough. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have seen Killers of the Flower Moon, let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. And see you later.